So, I don't understand why there's people get so upset about, like, language and labels. I mean, no, I understand it. I think I don't accept it. And I think here's the thing, right? Here's an example. Let's say I were to make a statement like, I don't like swashbucklers. What does that mean exactly? Now, I'm not exactly sure how to define a swashbuckler, but I'm pretty sure that Captain Jack Sparrow would be pretty offended at that statement. And who else? Swashbuckler sympathizers? Egregious fans of swashbucklers? Captain Morgan? I don't know. Maybe even Luke Skywalker would be angry that I don't like swashbucklers. But because a label is broad, it doesn't necessarily mean that I dislike everyone who calls himself a swashbuckler, or hardcore swashbucklers, or every individual swashbuckler. This means I have a predisposition to dislike swashbucklers because they're so swashy. They buckle too often, and that buckling grinds my gears, I tell you what. Now, what I don't understand is when people decide that they're going to give themselves a label for no good reason. Now, I know we name ourselves things, you know, I call myself a lot of things, you know, like beautiful, awesome, charismatic. These labels apply often, but, I mean, why are you going to put yourself in a group for the sake of defending it just because of the word, not because of the meaning? Now, when I'm saying I dislike swashbucklers, I'm using language to replace some meaning. I'm not saying if you call yourself a swashbuckler, that means you're, because I can also call myself, as example, a Zulu chief, or a pretty princess ballerina. And it's obvious that calling myself either one of those things did not give the status of pretty princess ballerina. I see yet no tutu, nor, you know, Zulu chieftain. You know, I'm ignorant. I have no idea what Zulu warriors have. But the point is, the words do not grant that status onto me. So, you know, if I say I dislike swashbucklers, and you say, well, I'm a swashbuckler, does that mean I'm talking about you because you just made yourself a swashbuckler? Do you need to suddenly defend the entirety of swashbucklers? You know, this goes on to a greater thing. This is the problem, not the problem is bigger, but a problem with culture, politics, communication, the world. It's the reason why if somebody says, I don't like liberals, or I don't like conservatives, you automatically put yourself in this box because you feel butthurt. You feel that you need to defend the word and not the meaning. Now, you might say the other thing is, why not be more specific? Well, it's because being specific takes time. A lot of bloody time. And nobody dislikes something enough in order to use that many words, unless, of course, you're, I don't know, on 4chan or something. I might not want to define all the things that I'm just, you know, talking about for the sake of a swashbuckler, you know. And I might not want to talk like a lawyer. I dislike swashbucklers as defined by subparagraph A, section B, third sentence. No, I'm just using a phrase, and I'm hoping that civility and the act of a progressive conversation allows us to discuss it, or allows you to give the shadow of the doubt that you don't know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. And also the shadow of a doubt that I might not know exactly what the hell I'm talking about, because, really, who does? So, you know, if I don't like swashbucklers, don't assume I hate every individual swashbuckler. And if I don't like swashbucklers, don't assume that you fit into that group. Here's another cute one. Swashbucklers might not have you just because you call yourself a swashbuckler. I'm a martial artist, which usually means that if you take karate at the Y, I don't consider you a martial artist per se, out of some elitist worldview about, you know, vigor and determination. And it also means that if I went to a Shaolin monastery, they might not consider me a martial artist, because they have a different view of what it takes to do so. Or it might also mean I'm all-encompassing and consider anybody who will defend their own right to discipline and the use of martial technique for self-betterment, a martial artist, which would include anybody who does Taibo or possibly even Zumba. Everyone has a different view on that. And that's allowed, because the words are flexible. The ideas are flexible. The human mind is flexible. And if you are going to go so far as to assume that you understand the limitations and constraints of someone else's closed mind because yours is too closed to remember the flexibility of thought itself, then, you know, how long is it until a swashbuckler is running a bomb into my building on defense of all the swashbucklers of the world? On that note, you know, I kind of like swashbucklers. It's just an example that came to mind. You know, I hope I didn't offend any of you Jedi Knights or pirates or wayward adventurers. Just, you know, keep the swash up. Go away now.